Hello, it's Twilight95, and we're back playing something different. This time we're playing Star Fox Zero. So I just finished the entirety of the main game by getting all 70 medals, but I still haven't played arcade mode. And I thought, man, Sam just does not shut up about wanting me to record this game, even though I don't really have the equipment for it. So you know what? Let me just record my arcade mode playthrough. And see it here, just beat your best times. I don't have any times or score to compare to, so it's gonna be great. Obviously, you start from the beginning. Wait, score list? Oh yeah, it shows all the alternate routes. So I've looked on this map online, and I'll try and get the longest possible path. We'll see though. The reason I want the longest possible path is simply because I want to. Most of my favorite levels are along that path. Not all of them, but most. I'm considering whether or not I should skip the intro cutscene or not. And this, I'm not sure if this is properly audible or not.
It's been too long.
Sam said this was okay.
Uh-oh. Looks like trouble down there.
To only use the microphone to record the gamepad.
Urgent message from General Pepper. Star Fox, do you read me?
I mean, it gives it more of like a...
Under attack from Andross's army. We need your help immediately. Guess we'll have to save the sightseeing for another time. Check your G diffuser system.
Oh yeah, so what the game wants us to do now is I can click select so that you can see what's on the gamepad. I need to check up on everyone. And we check up on Peppy.
All systems go.
And we check up on Slippy.
I'm okay.
By tilting the camera everywhere, and if you pick up and again in a couple spots, you just click Y and recalibrate it to the middle. Wait, where's the... what was I supposed to do?
Alright, boys. Let's rock and roll.
Back to the TV screen. So yeah, this game got kinda... It got a kinda mixed critical reception due to its motion controls. I really like it. Like, I 100%ed the main game. So I've still liked this game. Though at the same time, I was never the biggest Star Fox fan to begin with. So let's explain Star Fox's game mechanics while we're at it. So you have the shot, and the entire point of the game is to get as high score as possible by chaining together shots. One cool thing about this game specifically, when it comes to score, is the fact that enemies that are about to explode can be shot again, and that's what that gold. That's me getting points for shooting that exploding ship.
We're entering Corneria City now.
So yeah, this is just the beginning of all the good Star Fox games. Star Fox, SNES, Super Nintendo. I'm amazed that didn't hit Slippy. Shoot the door open. Was there supposed to be a mean dude? No, I'm thinking of the ultimate version of this. What ultimate version? Shh, that's a spoiler. I could have totally gone for that gold ring. And then there you see why I didn't go for it. So, in the main game, every level has 5 medals. Well, not every level. Every main level has 5 medals that you get through different ways. There are a few consistent ones, though, such as getting a certain score threshold, getting the hidden level accomplished message. By the way, secret in the waterfall. Collecting 3 of those golden rings with an emblem in the middle, and then 2 other objectives that vary a lot depending on the level. That does not count as the mission accomplished thing. You may have noticed the fact that I have a blue laser now, and that's for the fact that I have, I do triple damage because I collected 3 of those laser things. Fair warning though, about this laser, the blue laser. You downgrade if you take too much damage, so you want to avoid having that happen. Now here's an example of a splitting path. I can transform to the walker and go on that red button that you just saw I flew by. I'm not gonna do that because, well, there's more levels for me, frankly, if I take this path. I'll explain what the differences are on different level paths as they present themselves. But just know there's like 3 different possible paths from this level, 2 of which are optioned from by taking that class level. God, I want to shoot that man. I didn't get him. And Falco almost got fucked because I didn't look for him. Phase 1 complete. Ah, I wasn't really far off from my record either. Huh. It's funny because I felt like I was doing bad.
Oh, the tower's in bad shape.
Yeah, it is. This is war. Slippy. This is war. Of course it's terrible.
You made it. I'm holed up on the top floor. You must help.
Well, this cutscene's going on. I'm just gonna shoot freely. Just take out all these enemies, even though they don't count for the objective yet.
Let's watch some flies.
So levels are generally split into two different styles. One is all range mode, which is free flying, which we're doing right now. Where you can, well, free fly. And the other one is like, I don't even know if it has a name, where you just fly free or fly forward and it's not a scroll basically. It's not a scroll shooter. Man, I took out too many enemies and I'm having a hard time to pick them up. Oh yeah, I was only supposed to take out 4 of them.
Look, you're running.
Take out that guy down over there.
Let him go, Slip. We're not done here. Just
Got him. As you can also see, certain enemies give you more points. The plus indicator usually comes from...
containers are opening.
God damn it.
We're deep.
There's too much shit going on at once. There's those things from the... There's those things from the animated OVA. Also, my laser's green now. I was just taking enough damage for it to be downgraded. Where are the enemies? Cinematic camera mode.
Watch out.
I really should just focus on one thing and talk about that instead, rather than going like, here's the gameplay mechanics, let's just completely disregard what's going on screen. So what are these motion controls that everyone and their mother seems to have hated? Unlike the Nintendo 64 game, you can aim independently of your flying, which is kind of strange when you think about it, because one of the most fun things about dogfighting, or like flight games, is the fact that your aiming is relative to your flight pattern. Like you can only shoot forwards, but by having full movement, you kind of take that away from the player.
Use your motion control to target enemies.
But it works fine for this game because there's a lot of scenarios where the enemies, like right now, where you can't really hit the weak spot without the tilt control aiming.
I think we got them all.
Why I have 3 gold rings? Why didn't I get a checkpoint? Huh. Hold on, well this is... Nah, even the controller screen now. The screen on the gamepad is even what's going on in front of us. So I'll go to the first boss, Weaponless Flying Fortress.
Engaged. Let's take down that enemy ship.
So, like most Star Fox games, there's alternate ways of taking out the bosses in this game. If you've seen any gameplay of this game, you should know how to take out this one. You can either take out all those 4 segments by taking out the towers. You can even do that by having the guys shoot his lasers and having it be directed into those satellite dishes, which gives you even more points, which is, I thought, something for you to consider if you're doing a square attack. Or you can do like we did right now and walk inside and destroy the core. Just shoot and barrel roll. This is a video game. Oh man, I've never seen so many shots at once. I was not prepared for that. And that's the lines taken straight out of Star Fox 64. And by beating that boss in that altered fashion, we will get the yellow text, mission accomplished. That gives you a medal in the main campaign mission stuff.
We're heading out. All aircraft.
If you don't, you just get a green message that says mission complete.
You okay over there, Fox?
You did it. That was a close one.
I really did not address that level in the slightest. I mean, it's the level from the OVA. Done by Wit Studios, also known as the studio that made Attack on Titan. Which is funny to me. It's just really fun to me that those were the guys who did it. Oh, we actually just got over the 300 mark, which is the score threshold to get a medal. So we actually got most of the medals. I actually forget where all the medals in this level is. There's one of them in like one of the first capsules that the Strider comes out of. The Strider is the name of the spider enemies, by the way. It's kind of hard, like looking up a guide, like where are all the secrets? Oh, it's on this enemy, the Ganby. It's like, what's a Ganby? Of course I want to go to the next level. I know what I'm doing. So, there are 3 paths, or other levels you can go through from here. From the first level. You actually get to choose between 2 of them if you went to that alternate path that I mentioned. If you don't, regardless of how you beat the boss, you go to Sector A.
An enemy fleet is approaching, and we need you on the front lines. Understood.
Sector A is a personal favorite of mine, so that's why I decided to take this route rather than like skip stuff, because there was one alternate thing I kind of wanted to do, but I couldn't, because I wanted to do this level, so again, I'll explain once it's relevant. So, the mission accomplished on this level. Make sure that none of the thank you. Nicely memed. Oh shit. So this is the hardest one to save. Yeah, just shoot a bomb at him if you want to do that, if you want to save that ship. It's generally the hardest ship to... Fuck. Hold on. Wait, I shot type Slippy? I didn't actually need to use a bomb for that. One of those enemies could have dropped a laser, which would have been super beneficial. Please stop. Please reconsider. Yeah, I did it. There we go. I know I am. Wait, I just realized, do I only get 1 continue on this entire thing, even though I collected gold rings? Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. By the way, there's a hidden metal inside this ship. You know, if you fly completely out of your way. I did not trust myself. I did not trust myself with that. I don't think he will shoot one of... No, he does not shoot one of those enemy ships. I think that's all of them. Of the ships you have to destroy to secure the mission accomplished. No, Slippy, they're not getting away. Huh. I let one of those ships survive. That sounds terrible. Don't ever say that again. Don't ever... No. No. This is why everyone hates you, Slippy. Actually, that's completely unrelated to why everyone hates you, Slippy. You're just giving them more reasons. I wonder, will the alternate... Oh, the alternate path stuff happens! So I could end the level prematurely now, take a completely different route if I clicked the CL and locked onto Pigma. However, I don't want to take that route, so we're not going to do that. And I'm doing a terrible job getting, like, good homing shots in. Come on, get him. Okay, good. I'm not sure who I said, like, go get him to. So let's discuss the controls, because I feel this is a good time to do so. So yeah, there are kill controls, and there's a separate view from the main screen. And a lot of people have struggled with it, because you're constantly switching views between... It's kind of hard to, like, get a good view on both screens. However, the way I recommend that you switch between the screens is, like, during these sections, the straightforward flying sections, it's enough to only... I just wanted to blow all that stuff up just to get some extra points. And for the forward flying sections, you want to look at the TV screen for like 90% of the time. Meanwhile, for these free roaming sections, you want to split it evenly between the gamepad and the main screen. That's my recommendation, at least. So now we got some time to use the walker. This is also the first time the game formally introduces you to it, if you play this normally, or if you do like a standard playthrough of it. Yeah, it controls alright. You just walk around, you have a barrel roll like normal. I'm not sure why I find that line so goofy. You have a quick turn. And that's about it. And you have a hover. And you can transform to the plane at any moment. That's about it for the walker. It's just more convenient to use it for sections like these, even though I just got hit square in the face. Oh yeah, you have a dash. Like Rob just told us. It's just more convenient to use in a section like this. It's totally doable to like fly throughout this entire thing. And I let my guard down and he shot me and I lost my blue laser. Even though that shot was blue. If you release the charge shot just about when it gets fully charged, you do a blue charge shot, which I don't know what the differences are. I generally do not know if there even are any differences. So, just reuse that exact same line. I think it's a good line though, I find it enjoyable. Oh hey, look, golden ring. Too bad it don't do anything for us now. Let's just go. Yeah, this walker has been codenamed or got the nickname the Chicken Walker because when free falling, it flaps its wings. So, remember that boss we just fought earlier in level 1? He's back. This actually kind of feels like a reference to the Super Nintendo game. Like the first one, because you re-fought like a kind of similar looking core boss twice in that game too. I think. I actually didn't play the Super Nintendo one. Either this one or in Star Fox 2, the cancelled Super Nintendo game, even though it was like 90% done. Or it was like 100% done, but the released version, the ROM, was only like 90% done. Yeah, we got the mission accomplished because we saved all the ships by destroying those red ships that shot lasers.
You're really coming into your own, Fox. We took care of the rest while you were gone.
How considerate of you. Why aren't there any friendly ships? Did you take care of them too? Yeah, this isn't even... I don't even remember what the minimum requirement here is. Oh, it's 300. We didn't get it. We didn't get a medal. Sorry guys, we didn't get a medal. Because I was too busy doing the accomplished thing rather than the thing that gives me a good score. So... I'm sorry. So yeah, there's... I should stop starting my not my conversation, but my sentences with... But yeah. But there is an alternate path to that level. That is, if you decided to follow Pigma. Then you get into a 2-on-1 dogfight, and then that leads into the asteroid belt thing to the right. If you don't, you get to Area 3, which is another level that I like the first half of it.
Now Andross's army is trying to take it back. You must stop them. Leave it to us. We'll keep that Gigarilla safe.
Yes, we will. So I really like the first half of this level. I still like the second half, but we're gonna skip the second half. I mean, I guess that proves that I don't really like it, but...
Battle formations now!
Hey, remember these guys?
Gotcha!
Yeah. We're here to kick ass! Okay.
Let's head toward the colony.
One of these things can be blown up and give me a laser upgrade. Is it enemies? It was the enemies.
I say we take them head on. Come on, let's go, Fox.
Those gave me a golden ring. No, they gave me a laser upgrade. Ha! Blue laser for this section. So laser upgrades, I never even explained what it did. They increase your damage output, but they also enable you to lock onto multiple enemies at once, specifically 2. Well, since we're now at the free-flying section where this might become relevant, let me explain how the ship moves, or your movement option while in flight mode. So there is the normal barrel roll, which makes you impervious. You can do a loop, and then you can do a U-turn. And yeah, you can brake, like Peppy said, and there's a boost. Whenever an enemy is behind you, it's generally better to do a loop-loop because they almost always end up in front of you. Where did all the enemies go? Not that good. And I took enough damage. Oh no! It's Pigma! Was it even Pigma who chased us at one level? Hey, I can still shoot!
for a job, of course. And it looks like I get to have a little fun.
So yeah, this is an example of a boss fight against Starwolf. For these sections, you basically use the gamepad 80% of the time. Because you needed to aim. Come on, I'm missing like half of these that I should be hitting him with. Yeah, that's a really easy fight because it's the first... On the first playthrough, this is the first encounter with a Starwolf pilot. So yeah, that part's really easy.
Really slowed us down.
No, I didn't.
Quick, to the colony.
So I probably should talk a bit more about that boss fight, about strategies. So generally against Starwolf battles, every time you get behind you, just do the somersault, the loop, and they will almost always end up in front of you. Refrain from using charge shots because they can also do barrel rolls, which makes them impervious to damage, so they ignore the charge. They won't do it early on, but later it's definitely needed. Well, I can go to the underground hangar, or because I have the upgrade that you get in a later future level, I can just fly up and hack this immediately, thereby completely skipping the second half of the level, where we use a thing called the gyro wing, which is the most hated vehicle in this game for a lot of people. I still like it. It's the best controlling vehicle. The problem is the fact that you only use it twice, or you only use it twice in 2 levels, and both levels are right after another. I think the pacing for the gyro wing was incredibly sloppy. So we hacked the Gigarilla.
The Gigarilla is fully operational. Now that it's under our control, it will be a powerful asset.
Yeah, because it's destroying everything. So yeah, don't think about the fact that it had boss text under it. Don't. That's not important. That's not. Gigarilla, walk a little bit forward. Just please destroy this alpaca. Yeah, these guys are called alpacas, by the way. So for this section, you should just maneuver him, prod him around, get him to destroy stuff. That Tots doesn't is kind of noteworthy. Please just walk into him. Thank you. Oh, there's guys over here. I mean, I could get the Gigarilla to walk over them, but what's the fun in that? I'll just get cheap shotted. So yeah, there's like a second half of this level where you go underground, fly through some mazes, and then you get the gyro wing that you fly out, and then you use it to hack the Gigarilla. I think by doing it this way, you get the mission accomplished message. If it isn't that way, I forgot how to get it. But I know you do get a medal by doing it this way. Another medal you can get is if you decide to hack all those like alpaca enemies before hacking the Gigarilla. But only after you've activated the tower. And then it's the normal, it's the score, and then I don't remember the last one.
I'm entering the portal now.
Oh yeah, it's like silver coins you can collect.
Good luck, Fox.
Stay safe.
So one thing I should mention
That portal could lead anywhere.
is that this is actually one of the levels you can go to if you do the alternate route from the very first level, from Corneria. The thing about it, though, is that you do an alternate version of the level where you chase an enemy pilot, like a Starwolf pilot, through the second half of the level. Like to this part and then that underground section that I mentioned. And then just move on to the meteors section, I think. Actually, I forget where you go from here then. And the other alternate path you can take is to the planet we're heading to now. Just that in that version, you're using the R-Wing through most of it, and not the Gyro Wing. Because even though we just took a teleporter using the R-Wing, we're gonna end up with the Gyro Wing on the other side. I don't fucking know why. It's game design.